Why is nobody talking about this new money-making event in Gran Turismo 7? Over the last couple of months, I've been a little bit down on Gran Turismo 7. Everything feels a little bit the same. We are rinse and repeating the same events over and over again to earn money, and 600 pp, 700 pp, 800 pp, all the cars tuned just seem a little bit underwhelming. Even to the highest pp's within that range, the fastest cars in those categories are detuned cars down to 800 pp, for example. But then I found this event. It's not Sardinia, it's not Le Mans, it's not even Tokyo Expressway. We have got a brand new fantastic event at Spa-Francorchamps, and it's for World Touring Car 900, and that means we can use this car. The car for this event is the Toyota GR010 Le Mans Hypercar from 2021. It's pretty much the same car that is currently being used in Le Mans Hypercar at the moment. This car is available all the time, available from Brand Central. It is £3 million, so it is quite a hefty price tag, but this car is worth every single penny. I will cover the full tune for this 900 pp monster at the end of this video, so feel free to stick around for that one. I also have links down below to my website, which tells you everything you need to know about tuning in Gran Turismo 7, so go and check that out as well. Now let's go and check out the event. So we're going to head over to World Circuits, head across to Europe, and then we're going to head up to Spa-Francorchamps, and then we're going to head all the way over to the right, and you'll see the World Touring Car 900 for Spa. For 10 laps around Spa, we will receive 300,000 credits. Now I can get this race done in sub 21 minutes if the race stays dry. And another fantastic thing about this race, it's fully dynamic weather. 10 laps with absolutely random weather. Who knows what's going to happen? I've had dry races, wet races, monsoons, a little bit of drizzle around the mid part of the race with the track drying out. Everything happens in this race and you have no idea what you're going to get each time. 300,000 credits is the race payout, and if you get clean race bonus, that becomes 450,000 credits, and you can go sub 21 minutes if it's a completely dry race. The strategy for this race is reasonably simple. Start on fuel map 3 and use fuel map 3 for as much as you can. If it's a completely dry race, you'll get to the end of lap number 5, pit for new racing medium tyres, full tank of fuel, and drive to the end of the race. That is going to be your baseline strategy. My only advice is to make sure you have wet weather and intermediate tyres, and just keep an eye on the weather radar, because you will need to be dynamic and reactive depending what the weather's doing, and that is the best thing about this race. I'm going to start off, first of all, head to the fuel map, set that to fuel map 3. And you're good to go. I am using TC on 2, which is rare for me to use, but this Le Mans Hypercar actually works really nicely with a bit of TC, especially when the weather comes in. Now, the real life Le Mans Hypercars actively use TC quite heavily, but they actually don't use ABS. I am using ABS in Gran Turismo 7. It is the fastest way to drive, but it's interesting. I have driven it without, and it's pretty dialed in even without ABS. This race is very difficult to keep your clean race bonus, so make sure you're really clean with your passes and your overtakes, and especially when it comes to track limits. Don't hit those bollards, don't go over the white lines. Always aim to keep 2 wheels on the black stuff, and I think you're good to go. Now the sun is out right now, and this really does show off Gran Turismo at its absolute best. I think it's early sunshine, shadows coming across, quite a low sunshine. I'm not sure that was a clip on the bollard. We'll have to keep an eye to see if we keep that clean race bonus or not. But this car absolutely is off the hook. Almost 1,000 horsepower, just over 1,000 kilograms, so almost 1-to-1 kilogram to horsepower, power to weight ratio, which is absolutely mad, and it's so fun to drive. And with a little bit of TC helping us out, we can get a little bit of a slide on corner exits. Don't hit any cars at all in this race, else you do risk lose that clean race bonus. And off we go, firing it down the straight. The sun is blazing, a little bit of clouds in the sky. So I'm going to check the weather radar when we get a moment. and we'll send it through here to the outside on the brakes. Just after the gantry is where we brake for the final bus stop chicane. Now there's contacts from the AI that could have lost me that clean race bonus already, but we're going to race on. So there is a little bit of clouds and weather around. I'm not sure that's going to make it towards us, so we are going to keep the weather radar on. So we're going to continue driving to see if we can keep that clean race bonus. 20 seconds off the lead of the race. Started out with a 2:02 first lap. I can get sub 2 minutes on a good dry lap. Absolutely rapid down the straight. 330 kilometers an hour, rolling rather to 340 kilometers an hour. Just braking at the first braking marker board. Second gear through here, rolling on the throttle. Third gear through these final part. That was a little bit high on the curb. Braking just before the curb into this corner here. Second gear for corner exit. Now that weather is coming towards us, but it's going to take us a good few while to get here. Potentially, with the way the weather is looking, we could go slightly leaner on the fuel mixture to try and push our pit stop into the realms of where the weather would be for the pit stop for the tyre change. But actually the tyres don't last much longer. These racing medium tyres, they don't last much longer than 5 laps anyway, so we're probably better just to do aggressive 2-stop strategy. We've got so much pace over all these drivers in this race that we don't need to worry about pace. We've already gained almost 5 seconds on the leader on this lap alone. Let's send it to the outside around the Lexus and inside on the exit for the second Lexus, under the bridge, just a white line on the brakes all the way down to first gear through the bus stop. Big arm on full lock. I'm going to get to the line almost sub 2 minutes. Just before the braking board is where we get onto the brakes, rolling through turn 1. So much power this car has. It just feels alive, completely off the leash now. It's at 900 pp and not at 800 pp, so flat through Eau Rouge, a little bit of lightness through there. It sticks. It's a bit of a wild ride, but it does stick. Now it is getting a bit darker. There are clouds coming over, so there is definitely weather in the area. Whether it's going to get to us before the end of the race, who really knows? Weather plays such a significant role in motorsport events. F1, for example, when the weather's coming in and out, it's so exciting, and absolutely so in Gran Turismo 7 as well. Now the sun's just popped out again now, so very changeable weather conditions. Setting up a move on this Nissan on the corner exit. Going to get them with that boost. This car has got the hybrid, so we have got electric power delivery to the front wheels as well. This feels like a good lap so far. A little bit of understeer pushing into the corner there, but we are up by almost a second. That one should get us into the sub 2 minute lap times. We might get a dry race in this one, guys. Look at that weather. It's such a small pocket of rain, and that's what it is. This race is so unpredictable. Every time I've driven this race, it's been completely different. Even with regard to who's in the lead of this race, last couple of times it's been the Nissan in the lead. Looks like Serrano's, oh, we don't quite go sub 2 minutes. Oh, he's going to send it back around the outside. Absolutely mad skills from that Nissan there. How he got that much drive out the corner, I have no idea. I'm going to have to compromise myself through here, because I don't want to carry this speed. They can't carry as much speed as we can through here. Surely that's a cut. Who knows? We've got them covered on pace anyway. Yeah, I don't think that weather's going to get to us. I lost 2 seconds just on avoiding that car. So the second round of pit stops is where I think we're going to have enough clear track to get us in that sub 2 minutes. Now there is the Audi DTM car. I've got some fantastic tunes. In fact, a lot of my original subscribers come from that tune that I was able to put out early on as that a money-making tune for 800 pp. Wow, what the massive dive there from the Audi. Gonna get it on the exit. Mad, absolutely mad from the Audi. So we are in the lead of this race, 6 to go, and we're just going to check out now. Look to set some good lap times. Not that it's going to help because we're compromised on lap number 4. 5 is going to be our pit lap, so we're not going to get that lap time anyway. So the second half of the race is where we're going to shine, and I think we're going to get a dry race, guys. Let me know in the comments, do you think that rain's going to get us or not? Through there, absolutely flat. This car is absolutely on rails. Just under the gantry at that white line across the track. This car drives out the corners so hard. It's absolutely fantastic. So this is going to be our pit lap, lap number 5. Blasting down from La Source into Eau Rouge, out of Radillon, just over the top of the curb there. That could be somewhere where we could lose track limits. I have made this race before with clean race bonus, but often I have some kind of error, either through AI or a small track limits error, especially when it rains. But if we want the fastest way to earn money in Gran Turismo 7, this isn't the fastest way, but I think it's the way at the moment that just gets me back engaged in driving fast cars in Gran Turismo 7 and earning money at the same time. 900 pp is my new favourite category in Gran Turismo 7, guys. It used to be 800 pp, the Sardinia was my favourite go-to, but all the cars seemed a little bit compromised and some real dark clouds over the head now. This is going to be our pit lap, so we need to pit for fuel no matter what. It's going to be another set of racing medium tyres, and then we'll deal with the rain if it comes later in the race. And I'm up by 0.081. That probably would have got me into the 159s on some very worn medium tyres. But that's not a problem. We're going to pit on this lap anyway. 1 lap of fuel remaining. Pit entry in this one is all the way to the right. Don't cut any white lines on pit entry or indeed pit exit. Brand new set of racing medium tyres. We're going to fill the car to the maximum. That's going to get us to the end of the race on fuel map number 3. No problems at all. So there may be a few cars in this race which will go 1 lap longer. A lot of the cars in this race will pit on lap number 5 as well. That seems to be the standard strategy. Here is the car entering the box. Brand new set of racing medium tyres on the car. And guys, always got to tell you, if you want anything from GT Omega, make sure you check out the links in the description below. CD5 is my discount code. That will get you 5% off anything at GT Omega. So fuel's in the car, filled to the end of the race. Now we can start to set some hot laps and get that race finished out. Almost everybody is pitting, and I'm pretty sure the rain is going to miss us, even though it looks super dark. In fact, the headlights are on, so the weather is dark enough to trigger the headlights on the car. Be interesting to see what the track temperature is for tyres and tyre temperatures. I don't have that actively running at the moment. It feels like it's going to rain, but look at the radar, there's no chance of rain. Gran Turismo's weather system is fantastic. It's so alive, this race. We started out in blazing sunshine. It's looking really cloudy and miserable, pretty much like a British day, to be honest. I think Spa gets British-like weather. And this is where we're going to try and set some hot laps. We've got a full tank of fuel, brand new set of tyres, and at the moment a dry track. At 900 pp this car really comes alive. I think the lap times, actually comparing them to the World Endurance Championship at Spa this year, is similar. I think their race lap times would have been in the 2 minutes at some point. I think the pole lap time was 1 minute 59 or 1 minute 58. So at 900 pp we are close to the same Le Mans hypercar performance as we get in World Endurance Championships. A little bit deep on the brakes there, full tank of fuel. Need to pay attention for that for my next hot lap. Fuel does have an effect. The more fuel we have, the more weight in the car, the longer the braking distances are. And the harder the car is to rotate, the harder the car is to get stopped, the harder the car is to get out of the corner as well. And we've still got some really dark clouds going on here. Flat through Eau Rouge, absolutely fantastic lines through there. Feels so good driving it, absolutely to the limit. Up to 7th gear, just braking at the 150 board, and we have traffic ahead, which is unfortunate. So we're almost half a second up on our best. In fact, it's the sister car, the Castrol Supra, but really I've blown the lap time already. Send it around the outside. The blue flags were out, but it didn't really help us. I went a bit deep in the second part of the chicane anyway, so I think I blew that lap. We have to regroup and start again. We will be getting traffic for the most of the race now. There's such a big field spread on this one. We've got some Le Mans hypercar vibes going on with multi-class racing. Now, it strictly isn't a multi-class race, but the pace difference between this car and a bunch of the other competitors, it might as well be multi-class. We are so much faster, and even with all that problems, I'm still half a second up. So we're going to smash into the 2 minutes, below the 2 minutes. Is a 1:58 possible? Just nail the braking point. Perfectly done in between the gantry and the white line on the track. Next in the corner, and we're going to go 1:59.1, so 1:58 surely is possible. Absolutely fantastic driving this car. There's a little bit of slide on corner exit. The TC keeps it nice and in check. Oh, through there is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to get this Lexus by the end of the straight quite easily. Looks like we've got a big gap in front, so just try and nail this braking point. Flowing through here in second gear. Little short shift up into third, keeping it much tighter that time. Looking for the curb, just before the curb, to get the car stopped. Keeping it tight, holding on to the corner. The corner goes on forever. Third gear through here. You couldn't downshift a second, but I like to hold third. We are closing in really a bit too quickly on traffic, so we could get traffic issues, which is going to scupper that 1:58. Might have enough pace in this car even to clear. Now it is a... Oh, we're going to send it around the outside. Absolute scenes here. Oh, it could be on track limits. That could be a bit of a questionable track limits there. We'll see if we get the clean race bonus at the end of this race. It is possible to do it. I have done it a couple of times before, but that was proper clean racing. Literally 4 wheels most on the track at all times. And we're going to the 1:58s. That's what I want to see. I think we're clear on weather. Driving to the line. No, we just missed out. We can do it. We can get a 1:58. traffic exiting the pits. Clear them, no problem. And yeah, still looking pretty hazy. Every time you drive this race, you will get a different weather aesthetic for sure. Whether it be a drizzle, downpour, blazing sunshine, absolutely fantastic. We've got serious traffic on this lap. That is not ideal. Hopefully they will just part at a convenient place. Unlikely. Oh, there's contact there from that flipping Nissan. Oh, these aren't making it easy for me. Right. Are we going to be up or down on the previous lap? I think probably down. That was a lot of traffic to deal with. Got a gap. Third gear through here. You can drop to second just to get the car to rotate. I quite like third gear on exits. Feels like it's a nice drive out of the corners. Yeah, 0.3 down, that's not good. So it's probably going to be another 159. Definitely this car has 158s in it. It's such a rapid weapon, and this car works for other 900 pp races. So there is a 900 pp race at Le Mans, but quite frankly we're all done with Le Mans now, aren't we? That's a pretty overused race. So starting the last lap of the race, it was a 159. Can we get into the 158? Then about Swaz on corner exit. TC's got me under control. 55 seconds ahead of second place in this race, and we are on fire. Looking at the mini map, we might get traffic towards the end of this race, at the end of this lap. Let's see what happens. Just driving into the corner a bit deeper that time. Quite light on fuel, so we should be fast, although we do have worn tyres. I'd be very interested to see if we kept the clean race bonus. I don't think I did. There's far too many bumps from AI drivers, and I think a few times I went just over the edge of track limits. Just aim to keep at least one or two tyres within the white lines at all times, and I think you're good. Definitely don't hit the bollards. That's another way I think is a trigger for clean race bonus, like we just saw from the driver ahead now, just hitting that bollard. Oh, almost a second off. So yeah, we're not going to be into the 59s in this one. It might even get, oh Jesus. That was sketchy. Try and get to the, there we go. Okay, so get on the brakes. It might be a 2 minutes flat to finish. Still a pretty respectable time. And racing to the line, it's going to be just into the 2 minutes to finish this race off. We're going to get the win, absolutely dominate this race with this fantastic World Touring Car 900 build. So the race time is 20 minutes and 38 seconds, and it's going to be 1 minute 59.0 fastest lap. And would you believe it, we actually do get the clean race bonus. So even with a little bit of car contact and a little bit of track limits infringements, as long as we don't have a significant track limit cut or a significant impact on a car, certainly when we're racing side by side or going for that pass, 450,000 credits in less than 21 minutes. Okay, now let's give you the breakdown of the full 900 pp build for this GR010 monster. We head down to detailed settings, and here is this fantastic 900 pp build. It is exactly 900 pp and it's perfect 50-50 weight distribution. So we use the racing medium tyres front and rear. They are the right tyre to use. They're a great balance between grip and tyre wear. It works perfectly with Fuel Map 3, perfect for that one-stop strategy. I've got the body height set to 60 at the front and 80 at the rear. All of the settings for the suspension on the front is at the minimum. This is to give the most possible steering at kind of medium and low speed. Negative camber angle is 1.7 at the front, and the toe angle is 0.5 degrees toe in at the front. At the rear, it's about middle for a lot of these suspension settings here. So copy these numbers on the screen. 1.9 is the rear camber that I use, and 0.3 degrees of rear toe in is what I use. All of these settings for suspension are tunable and adjustable to change the way the car drives for how you want it to be. Do you want to have more steering, less steering, more rear grip? All that kind of stuff is explained on my website. I've got a link to it in the description below, and I've also got some cheat sheet cards which tell you which things you should change first if you want more steering, less steering, more rear stability, all that good stuff. I've got a full guide for you. Moving on to the differentials, the initial torque on the front differential is 525 on the acceleration sensitivity, 5 on the braking sensitivity, and on the rear diff it's 555. So it's pretty open for the rear diff and a little bit of locking on acceleration on the front diff. That's to kind of drag the car out of the corner from the front a little bit. The rear is quite sketchy. There's a lot of power in this car. So with TC on number 2 and the differential settings as they are, you can drive quite aggressively. It's all good there. I do have the fully customizable racing transmission. I initially set the transmission ratio to be 360, and then if you want to finally adjust 7th gear to be a little bit taller, just change 7th gear to be the numbers on screen right now. That allows you to save a little bit more fuel once you shift up into 7th gear on those big long straights. Power restrictor is set to 100. We don't need to restrict the power at all. No ballast in the car, therefore no ballast positioning, and the output ECU is a fully customizable ECU set at 100. There is no power restriction in this car at all. It's completely taps open. When it comes to downforce, I've almost got maximum downforce at the front. 799 is what I use. Almost maximum rear downforce, so I've got 1169 rear downforce. I do have the medium RPM turbocharger. That's going to give us that huge boost in power, and the only other significant thing in the setup here is that I use brake bias set mostly to the rear. This is pretty much personal preference. Again, I explain all in my tuning guide on my website, but this just having it all to the rear makes the car a little bit more keen to turn in while you are on the brakes. So there we have it, guys, an absolutely incredible 900 pp monster which you can use to earn a decent amount of credits per hour in Gran Turismo 7. It's not the best or fastest credits per hour in Gran Turismo 7. If you want to go back to Tokyo and grind that one, I've got a fantastic build on screen for you right now. Go and check that one out. That is the fastest credits per hour you can do right now in Gran Turismo 7. Go and check that one out, and I'll catch you in the next one.